Revisiting a beautiful corner of remote Patagonia 13 years later in 2009, Chile Nativo Travel founder Gonzalo Fuenzalida traveled with friends, Flavio Haddad and Antonio Cardoso, along a 14-day horseback expedition from Bariloche, Argentina to Puerto, Chile. The journey stretched across remarkable landscapes of pristine, untouched Patagonia, passing through a particularly special place, Rincon Bonito, a remote countryside of the Vindisquero Valley in the Puello River basin of Cocomo located in the extreme north of Chilean Patagonia. Sharing with the local residents along the way, whether a traditional asado or customary mate, was an integral part of the friends' 2-week journey. And it was during this time that Gonzalo, Flavio, and Antonio met a very special woman, Bernarda Alegria, or as most know her, Bernardita. A long-time resident of Rincon Bonito and Puello, Bernardita shares a deep love for this unique region, its landscapes, silence, and solitude. In 2009, Chile Nativo Travel founder Gonzalo Fuenzalida took a 14-day horseback expedition that stretched across remarkable landscapes of pristine, untouched Patagonia and passed through the remarkable Rincon Bonito. Surrounded by both Pumaylan and Horanapirán national parks, Rincon Bonito is considered a private conservation initiative offering incredible ecological value to the region and was the chosen destination for Chile Nativo's 2022 end-of-season staff trip in May. This remote region of Patagonia offers impressive views of fjords, mountains, volcanoes, glaciers, lagoons, rivers, and ancient forests. When the Chile Nativo team arrived in Rincon Bonito in May 2022, the team was warmly received by Veronica Cuevas and Juan Cortes, a young couple of locals who work closely with the Rincon Bonito initiative, Rodrigo Condesa, a dedicated coordinator for the initiative, and local guide in Rincon Bonito, and Bernardita, who was waiting patiently to welcome the Chile Nativo team upon their arrival. After 13 long years, Gonzalo and Bernardita reunited, taking the same photo that they had shared together back in 2009 in Rincon Bonito. After 13 long years, Gonzalo and Rincon Bonito resident, Bernardita, were reunited. Here they pose with the photo that they shared together back in 2009. Rincon Bonito sits in the middle of the Vindisquero Valley, a glacial valley whose river of the same name flows west to east, winding 41 kilometers from its glacial source to its union with the Puello River, the largest river in the district of Cocomo with a length of 120 kilometers. The Puello River not only provides vital substance for the region's forests and valleys but also serves as a conduit for millions of microorganisms that are carried from the glaciers to the estuary, providing nutrients to species from all over the world. The Puello River is part of the temperate rainforests of the southern Andes, which was declared a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve in 2007. This means that Chile has a highly important corner of the world that is a vital pillar of science, sustainability, and conservation. The Puello River, pictured here, not only provides vital substance for the region's forests and valleys but also serves as a conduit for millions of microorganisms that are carried from the glaciers to the estuary, providing nutrients to species from all over the world. This fragment of the planet has been recognized by the World Wildlife Foundation, WWF, as one of the 200 key areas in international conservation and as one of the 25 most valuable and threatened ecoregions in the world, representing 0.9% of the humid temperate forests of the globe. Scientific studies support the importance of the Puello River for ecosystems, which delivers food to many marine species such as the blue whale. For these reasons, there has been an argument by local residents and community members opposing any development or progress that implies the obstruction of the natural cycle that leads to the river. Bernardita, like many of the residents of Puello and Rincon Bonito, are the important protectors of the waters in this unique region who seek to protect the free flow of the Puello River, which determines the life and livelihood of all ecosystems it runs through, not only the flora and fauna but also the people who live in harmony with this precious environment. In 1999, The land was bought by Douglas Tompkins for the Pumaline project, requiring a great deal of restoration work to be done in order to make it honor its name Rincon Bonito, Beautiful Corner, and in 2013, Rincon Bonito was sold by Tompkins Conservation to two Chilean siblings Fernanda and Jose Claro, who began a new stage for this land and placed the land back in the care of the Chilean people. At that time, it was necessary to rebuild infrastructures and improve the airfield runway, which makes this area accessible by small planes. Old trails were open to explore the countryside and its surroundings, and a totally self-sufficient mountain home and glamping shelters were built for visitors to enjoy. With patience and ingenuity, due to its remote location, the results seek to be in harmony with the environment, and little by little, tourism is transforming Rincon Bonito into an important economic activity thanks to the natural, authentic beauty of the landscape and culture. Visitors can experience a unique stay, caring for the environment and in turn, together with their visit, generate a balance of sustainable and low-impact development. Research statistics, source, Corporación Pueblo Patagonia, Pueblo, Reserva de Agua. Contributing members are responsible for the accuracy of content contributed to the member news section of Adventure Travel News. Adventure Travel Conservation Fund is seeking board member nominations when the Adventure Travel Conservation Fund, ATCF, launched in 2016, a volunteer team and a small group of advisors were recruited. Since then, the organization has continually grown and the ATCF has been lucky enough to have an incredibly hardworking and talented 14-member board of directors, hailing from all parts of the world. On behalf of the entire ATCF board, Executive Director, Soraya Shattuck would like to express immense gratitude to three retiring board members, Roger Spatz, Nikki Fitzgerald, and Neil Rogers. Roger was appointed to the board in 2017, and Nikki and Neil joined us in 2018 after being elected by ATCF members. With Roger offering his vast experience with the outdoor industry sector, Nikki bringing her decades of entrepreneurial experience working in Eastern Africa, and Neil bringing his expertise working with conservation partners in Central America and Europe, all have been incredible assets in transforming the ATCF into what it is today. The contributions they provided to the ATCF's strategic direction, and the guidance that they have given me as the executive director, are truly invaluable. Board service is not an easy volunteer role, but Nikki, Neil, and Roger have taken it on with grace and dedication. In my world of African safaris, we are inclined to get so singularly focused about what we do each day that we are inclined to forget that in every corner of our beautiful world there are other adventure travel operators doing the same, says Nikki. Being part of a greater whole has given me great insight into what others are doing to make meaningful and sustainable differences. I have learned much during my time as an ATCF board member, and I hope I have added value to the important work it does. The board is made up of adventure travel virtuosos whose North Star is to ensure the ongoing success of our natural world and the critical role it plays in travel. They give generously of their time and always adhere to the highest levels of governance. I consider myself extremely fortunate to have been part of this team. Nikki Fitzgerald. My term on the ATCF board has come to an end, and I want to express my gratitude for having the chance to serve within such a dedicated and passionate team. I take with me great pride in what has been achieved by the ATCF during the last 3 years despite challenging circumstances. Adventure tourism is reliant on destinations where wild nature thrives, and the ATCF is uniquely positioned to identify, support, and nurture key nature-based economies, to protect and restore biodiversity, and to be innovative in mitigating the impact of travel on climate change. Neil Rogers. As a token of appreciation to Roger, Nikki, and Neil, the ATCF has made a donation in their names to conservation foundations that are close to their hearts: Outdoor Outreach, Big Life Foundation, and Rewilding Europe. Thank you, Roger, Neil, and Nikki. The ATCF is accepting nominations to fill 3 vacant board seats. If you are an ADCF member or intend to become a member of the ADCF, we invite you to nominate yourselves or other candidates who will carry on the good work of the organization. The ATCF is seeking passionate candidates who have strengths in the following areas: fundraising, cross-sector nonprofits, foundations, and climate, wildlife, or land conservation experts. The deadline for accepting board nominations is 10th of September. Contributing members are responsible for the accuracy of content contributed to the member news section of Adventure Travel News.